Welcome, I'm Dr. Melina Roberts, and I want to talk about a concept that I don't think a lot of people are talking about, and that's the concept of terrain. Now, the other day I watched a documentary with my daughter called The Biggest Little Farm. And this documentary is about this sustainable farm that they were trying to build. And what they were finding is that they had to build an ecosystem of very diverse animals and microbes in order for them to have this sustainable farm. And this reminded me of exactly what we try to produce within the human body, is that the human body is a living ecosystem, that we have a whole microbiology of microorganisms that react in a very specific way in our ecology, our human ecology. And when this is in balance, then our systems function really well, and our system has a self-healing, self-regulating mechanisms, and our body is basically able to heal itself when it's in this environment. Now, our terrain is the area around our cells. It's the area that our cells live in, and it's a fluid medium, and it's biochemical in nature, and it's structural in nature, and it's where our cells live, and it's where it's surrounding all of our organs, and it is the area where our organs will and our cells will receive the nutrients it needs, and also where toxins are removed. It's where our immune system lives and hormones live, because this is where the communication happens between our cells. And this terrain or milieu or the microenvironment of the body needs to be really clean and needs to be working really well in order for our bodies to be healthy. Now, our cells need a healthy environment in order for them to be healthy. And the concept I like to use is that the terrain is like our body's soil. And if our soils are healthy, then our cells can be healthy. The same as when our soils are healthy, then our plants can be healthy. But there is a whole ecosystem of regulation that needs to happen in order for our systems to be really healthy. And one of those regulatory systems is our immune system. And now our immune system is our defense system. And when our immune system is functioning well, a fully functioning immune system, then our immune system can take care of those pathogens that come into our environment. This virus is an opportunistic pathogen. So what we want to do is we want to change up the environment so it isn't an environment that invites the virus to be able to live in it. So as we change up that environment, we change up if we are creating an hospitable environment for that virus or an inhospitable environment or terrain for that virus. So if you go back in history to the 1800s, there were some great scientists, and there was two that were having a debate, and there was Pasteur that said that disease was caused from external pathogens coming into the body. And then there was Enderlein, and Enderlein said that disease was caused from a disturbance in the internal milieu. And then there was another scientist called Béchamp, and he said that the microbe is nothing, the milieu is everything. And this really demonstrates to us why the internal environment is what is the most important aspect in terms of our overall health. And what this pandemic is really demonstrating to us is that we as a population have a disrupted internal terrain, that we have a terrain that is able to foster the life of these viruses. So what we really need to be working on is we need to be working on our body's internal terrain to make sure that that internal terrain is inhospitable to a virus or an external pathogen coming into the body. This is why you can have two people who are in the presence of the virus, and one person will get very ill and one person will stay quite healthy. And the difference between these two people is their internal terrain. How healthy is our internal terrain? When we have a virus in our system and we have an ill reaction, what this is telling us is it's telling us that we have an imbalance in our internal terrain. It's not about that external pathogen, it's more about our terrain. And the stronger we can make our terrain, the stronger we can make our immune system, the better able our body is able to handle an external pathogen coming into our system. And this is what I think we need to spend some time on. And this is our opportunity to build up our body's internal terrain. That this is what we need to be focused on, is making sure that we improve that internal terrain. And there's different ways that we can do this, but this needs to be the focus of what we were spending time doing. Because I think that if we all work on improving our internal terrain, we can have a collective evolution of health. And it's not too late. We have the opportunity to help to rebuild the system. We just have to make some better choices. And the thing is that what we need to understand is that our body is constantly breaking down and rebuilding itself. So we have new white blood cells every 3 to 4 days. And every time we give it a better environment, we build a stronger immune system. And every 5 to 7 days, we build new gut lining. So that means that as we improve our dietary choices and things that we're putting into our digestive tract, the stronger our system gets. And some of the ways we could be making these choices are from the foods we're eating, because about 80% of our immune system is actually housed in our gut. So the better we can improve our immune system, the healthier we can get. And one of the greatest starting points is healing our gut. I have an entire e-course on this. And really what it's focused on is healing the digestive tract. So making sure that we're eating foods that are helping to balance out that microbiome. Eating foods and taking supplements that will help to heal up the lining of our digestive tract. And what we also need to do is just inside that cell membrane of our digestive tract is our immune system, and we have to work on resetting that immune system. And I go through that in a lot of detail in that course, and I'll give you the link to it if you're interested in it. But really, this is our starting point to really getting our systems into balance, is making sure we're avoiding some of those major inflammatory foods. So that's the gluten, the cow's dairy, the sugar, the processed foods, the fried foods, all of the things that can be causing damage to our systems. And the better able we are to build a stronger terrain, the stronger our systems are going to be. So thank you so much for watching. I encourage you to share this with your friends and family, to press the like button, to make a comment below, and until next time, continue to learn, grow, and build health.